Anxious to profit by an extending pattern, Mazda added a third hybrid to its lineup for 2016 called the CX-3. Littler than the minimal CX-5 and a 3-push CX-9, this most up-to-date passage has a name that may propose that it's a high-riding form of the Mazda 3 reduced. In any case, that is not precisely the situation. The CX-3 is all the more firmly identified with the subcompact Mazda 2 hatchback. Indeed, it has turned into the accepted trait for the two in the United States, as Mazda's littlest bring forth is never again sold here, due to the CX-3's more prominent potential for deals and gainfulness. Plastic body cladding and discretionary all-wheel drive, $1,250, are intended to bait SUV-inclining purchases. However, the CX-3's car-like driving knowledge and sharp insight plan are the components that helped it gain an examination test triumph against other little hybrids, including the Jeep Renegade and Honda HR-V. What's new? Not much. For its second model year, the 2017 CX-3 profits by only a couple of minor trim and gear changes. There's been some extravagant wheel democratization, as the mid-level touring trim now gets the sweet 18-inch wheels that were already included with just the best Grand Touring model. Dynamic security innovation turned into more open, as well, as Mazda dropped the cost of the iActiveSense bundle offered on the Grand Touring, versatile journey control, path takeoff cautioning, robotized crisis braking, and the sky is the limit from there. It now costs $1,170, $750 not exactly previously. Likewise with the delightful MX-5 Miata Roadster and the sharp CX-9, the CX-3 indicates Mazda is doing great plan insightful, with its strongly wrinkled sheet metal, tight extents, and upscale enumerating. All around, it looks considerably more costly than it is, radiating a kind of spending plan Porsche Macan vibe. That descriptor additionally could be connected to its driving progression, as the CX-3 joins rigidly controlled body movements, exact and superbly weighted guiding, and a responsive powertrain to make for class driving taken care of. The sole 2.0-liter 4-barrel motor makes 146 strength, enough to engine the CX-3 to 60 miles per hour in a sensibly snappy 8.1 seconds. That is with all-wheel drive. A lighter front-wheel drive CX-3 may be somewhat faster, however we've yet to test one of those. Combined with the CX-3's moderately low control weight, this motor additionally acquires focused EPA efficiency quantities of 29/34 mpg city parkway with front-wheel drive, or 27/32 mpg with all-wheel drive. Additionally, like the much more costly and bigger Porsche Macan, the CX-3 forfeits some capacity for its engaging minimal shape. Bundling an all-wheel drive framework into such a short stage encroaches on the space accessible for freight. The high floor can make it hard to stack substantial things, and, with the seats up, its 12 cubic foot limit, 10 with the Bose stereo, is short of what you'll discover in the trunks of numerous smaller vehicles. The back seats is tight for 2 and awkward for 3, while the swoopy styling makes for little windows that may prompt a touch of claustrophobia among some rearward sitting arrangement travelers. The CX-3 additionally can get expensive. Fantastic touring models with all begin north of $27,000, and soon thereafter a pleasantly prepared Mazda 3 hatchback, more extensive, more fuel productive, and accessible with a manual transmission, strikes us as a considerably more quick-witted purchase. Also, in the event that you require all-wheel drive and have the money, it appears to be justified, despite all the trouble to pay a couple of $1,000 more for the greater CX-5 hybrid, which offers considerably more usable space inside than the cramped CX-3. The little CX-3 nearly falls into the class of individual hybrid. There's room enough for 4, possibly 5. Yet everybody feels very close. It's really littler inside than the majority of its rivals, especially in the freight region. On the other side, Mazda has offered the CX-3 with close extravagance inside trimmings. Calfskin trim seats diverge from false softened cowhide embeds in the entryway boards, and the upholstered dash trim is highlighted by brushed metal accents that give off an impression of being real metal. So you wind up with a lodge that is littler yet more pleasant to take a gander at than an equivalent Honda or Toyota. Your needs will direct your trade-offs. The reality it's a Mazda ensures the CX-3 will be at any rate engaging to drive, and that is the situation. It's not quick, but rather Mazda stays with a customary 6-speed programmed versus the constantly factor transmissions found in the greater part of the opposition. Subsequently, the CX-3 is much all the more engaging to rush to redline whether the move paddles are utilized or not. In like manner, it can be flung through corners and bends with surrender, the main trade-off being a hardened, rough ride obligingness of the short wheelbase and firm suspension.